recording. Yay. So we are going to review for the second exam. Hello. And so that means we're going to click on the Test Review Center. This is the place to go to know what's going to be going on the exams. So I'm going to click that. Oh, I need to be a student. That's right. Okay, hold on. Let me go into student mode, and then we'll do that. Okay. Blank page. Soup. Okay. Cool. Hello. All right. Yes, Test Review Center. There we go. So that's where we click Test Review Center, and then we're going to do 4, and then 6, 7, and then 8. So we're not going to get done today. So then basically we'll do it next time as well. So chapter 4, here we go. Each one of these is definitely going to be a question on your exam, and sometimes 2, depending on like each topic, basically. So this one has 3. So then you could probably get one of those, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Ready? Y'all ready? Okay. Oh, I love this problem. So they say, what's the expected value? What's the mean? What's the average? And basically, we're going to multiply these up and then add them, and then we get our answer, and we're done. We could do this in GeoGebra, though. Would that be better for you? You like GeoGebra better? Okay. I'm going to do both. Let me just real quick. I'm going to do the Desmos scientific kind of thing, just like as a just in case. So if I did 180 times this thing plus this much times this guy plus that much times 0.0004. Okay, so what I did is I just multiplied and added, right? I think that would be the answer. So I'm just going to write this in here, but I want to also just do it in GeoGebra. 160, wait. Are we rounding? Nearest dollar? Y'all have literally not said a word. That's weird. Okay, maybe it's not that weird. You trying to like keep the streak? Is that what it is? See, you didn't even say nothing, bro. You just laughed. Okay. Back to GeoGebra. Do we have a GeoGebra up? I thought we did already. Yes. Okay, let me like toss that in here. Okay, so if I was to do that in GeoGebra, I could do the spreadsheet, and I'm gonna put this stuff in. So I got the 180, the 4200, and this much. But when I'm doing this, I also have to do one small tiny adjustment. There's a 0 here, and then I have to have the amount that I'm missing. And so I'd almost have to do a little bit too much math now that I'm thinking about it. Here, let's try it out. So 100% minus this other stuff here, minus this amount here, minus that amount there. So 84. Here's the thing. When I'm looking for this, there's an 84% chance of getting nothing. I just haven't been able to see it yet. I don't think y'all are liking the style all of a sudden. Y'all aren't saying nothing. Are you really going to keep the streak up? 8426. 8426. Okay. So if I highlight both of them, one variable analysis, is it going to look? There it is, same answer. But you have to do that extra thing. Is it going to be easier if you see this problem just to do it like on the exam? We just want to know, what do I do with this problem? Boom. I think that's going to be easier. Are we cool? Okay, I'm gonna go with that. I want to do easier. That is if it's right. Okay, cool. Okay, keep cruising. Oh, we already know this one. We got this, Chad. I know y'all are like playing with me at this point. I'm looking at y'all. Sometimes I think it's funny to come into my class and not say a word and see how long I can like teach without saying anything. But y'all are just doing me wrong, bro. Any questions? I think that this is going to be the most efficient for that problem. So like if you write down a little note on your note card about like, hey, payouts, whatever, or something like that, some kind of words, and then you can maybe put like multiply and add them up or something. Dollars times probability, add them all up. I mean, you can use English, on your note cards to help out there. Cool. Any questions? Okay, let's see what else got. Oh, this is the same style. Notice again. Oh no, it says standard deviation. Right? GeoGebra. Bum 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 ba da da dum. If you had to do this by hand, that would be way too long. 3, 4. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Not 3, 4, 5. What is it? 3, 4. Oh, thank you. You broke it. Yes. Finally. And you're like, nah, I ain't gonna do that again now. So notice when I was typing those 2/5 in, that it changes to decimal automatically, right? Highlight, one variable analysis. We've already done this so many times. Standard deviation. The only one that I have is the 2.15, 2 decimal places. Okay, cool. So that one I would definitely use GeoGebra. Standard deviation, that'd be nuts to do by hand. I mean, I don't think I've ever done it by hand. Cool? Okay, awesome. Yet another one. It says standard deviation. Here we go. So yeah, this is all GeoGebra. Dun, 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 dun. Y'all listen to the music that I play during these videos? You're like, no, it's not real music. That's funny. It's funny to me. Y'all can like downvote me or something. I don't know. Thumbs down, bro. Stop singing. Again, right? There's no difference here. It's all just GeoGebra, standard deviation, no problem. Are we cool? Do I have to do this now? I'm just gonna instructor cheat. I don't have that button. Oh no! Oh, what am I gonna do? Yeah, I actually have to do the problems. Oh my gosh, that's so hard on me. This is like undue hardship, okay? No. Well, Chad, I have to do it. But I got a tie on. Hi. Okay. What are they looking for here? Did they say? What? Hi guys. What's up? It was it was back in the Mario Kart case. I put it back in there. Yep. Triple check. We were playing Mario Kart. What I'm doing here is not the right answer, by the way. I should have probably read. It said, hey, what's the probability of this? And it says or. Or means to add. Silly Chad. Okay. So we're adding 1, 2, and 4. So that'd be 1 over 20 plus 7 over 20. I'm going to read next time. Is that okay? Do y'all ever jump in and just like not read? Oh, and I need a fraction. Okay. Y'all ever just like jump in and like not actually read the problem? Apparently I do. Right? But in a way, like, how did I know that I was doing something wrong? It's because my answer didn't actually have like a STD for standard deviation. It didn't have like the average mean thing. It just had a block, and I didn't know what to do. So it's kind of like I have to stop myself and think, is that okay? Okay, I mess up too, but like in a way, it should. If you do this enough, you're like, that doesn't look right. Something's wrong here. So I just added them up. 1, 2, and 4 added up. Okay. Which of the following are valid? So what should these add up to over here? A 1, yeah. So here we go, one by one. I'm going to see if they add up to 1. So that one's good. I like that one. Oh, there's a negative. Can I do that? I don't think I can do negatives. Here, let's add those guys. Yep, that's cool. And then that one, I think it's going to be more than one. You can just see that without doing any math there, right? That actually looks like the exact same thing I just had a second ago. You see 1/8, 3/8, 1/8, 1/8. Oh no, it's a little different. I shouldn't assume. You see me assuming, that's not cool. Oh, okay, good. When will it end? And I don't think that one's going to work. Just making sure, though. Not one. Not one. So it has to add up to make a 1. Is that okay? Submit. Yay! Good. Let's keep cruising and see what else we got here. Oh, we did it. We did it. Okay, good. So we did all those activities. We're gonna keep cruising. So you can keep going by practice, and you just keep on seeing more and more. You know, there you go. Next one. So we only got one here. That's gonna be a lot quicker. So binomial, true, false, yes, no, cheese or no cheese, and we'll probably use GeoGebra here in a second. So it says we have a probability, we have a total. It says exactly 6. GeoGebra, for sure. What I want to do is a probability calculator. If you go down here to binomial, so probability calculator with the bell curve, change it to binomial. And then I can just put all my numbers in. N, 10, P, 6.603. And it says exactly 6 of them. And it's right here. You just look right there, 6. That's it. I don't know. Okay, cool. Submit. There we go. Cool. Yeah. Good question. Very good question. So let's say I'm way outside, and here, let's just start over fresh. So I'm in classic. So I go to classic. And if I go to probability, or again, if that doesn't show up, you can do triple dots probability. And then once we're here, we got all the the normal stuff we normally do, but we want to go down to binomial. And that's that specific one here. And then I just put in my 3 numbers. One thing to know if it's binomial is, again, you're looking at it and they're asking what's the probability of a free throw? So you're either making it or you're not making it, that kind of thing. So success, failure, that kind of thing. But it also has 3 different numbers. So we have the N, we have a P, and we have an X. So 3 numbers. Cool. Let's do another one. So see again, 1, 2, 3 numbers. Binomial. And it's again early on. You can write that in your note card. I mean, I'm just saying, any kind of English is fine. Like early on, binomial, probably like one of the second questions or third question. So I mean, that's that's okay. It just can't be an example. It can't like literally copy paste this thing, because then that's not allowed. So I put it all in, and again, they're saying exactly 6, so 6 right there, just on the side. You can type 6 down at the bottom, but it's not worth it. This is easy. Oh, it's 3 decimals. No. Man, where's that instructor cheat button? Three numbers. Pop it in. Keep cruising. Okay, cool. Yeah, we did it. We did it. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you. Keep cruising. No, don't X. Okay, sorry. Let me go back to what we were doing. This one? Yes. Okay, geometric. Definitely going to be one of these guys on there. So how do I know it's geometric? It's this many times until he finally makes it, kind of thing. So until success. Geometric is until success. And again, if you think about this, it's going to be binomial, geometric, Poisson. It's in order, right? The questions aren't scrambled or nothing, okay? Which is good. We shouldn't scramble them. So I'm going to change this. Oh, I don't have a geometric here. Do you remember that? So we have to do it by hand on this particular one. So back to Desmos for a little bit. What they're saying here is that we have this much probability of actually making it. So then, like, what is that? Almost 50. So then the opposite of that would be another, what, 50, right? 498. So yeah, 50.2. So that's the chance for failing. And so if it says it takes him 4 tries, how many times did he fail? 3 times. So we got the 502 once, the 502 twice, the 502 again. So he failed, he failed, he failed, but then finally he made it. So you can see that line up there, right? It took 4. Would be something like this with the power. Either way is fine though. 3 decimals. 063. You're back. Oh, thank you. And my sugar too. Can you bring my sugar? It was just like a cylinder. Mine's the old grubby one. Thanks. Thanks. I'm only being recorded, no problem. Yeah, I'm being recorded right now. And it's getting posted on YouTube. Okay, are y'all okay with that? Let's do another one. So, every 6th cereal box? Timeout. This one's a little different. I mean, so we need formulas for this stuff. And you're copying some of these down, I guess, right? It's like strategies. When they're asking on the geometric about the average, I think all we're doing is dividing by it. And so I think it's only 1 over the 6 here, and then like we're done, I think. So let me check that out. 3 decimals, round it. Okay, cool. So there's a key trick here on this geometric stuff, until success, all that kind of stuff. If you see the word average, then we're just dividing it. Okay, so that's another little formula. That wasn't mine, but I'll take it. No, I'll take it. I'll take it. Put it there. Somebody else is gonna. I don't know what to say. Thanks. It was the red one, I think. But I'll take that one. I don't care. Free sugar. Is that okay? No. You wanted me to talk about it more? I can talk about it more. No, you don't want me to. You're like, dude, move on. So, I mean, if you want to look at like these formulas, like they'll tell you. I mean, they'll tell you all the formulas at the bottom, of course. You know, the only things that I would say is don't use is whenever it's like way too complicated and it's just a GeoGebra version. You know what I mean? But if I'm doing it by hand, they're doing it by hand, and that's okay. So that's what I would say. So there's a formula for that one. I got two numbers. So this is the geometric again. 4 tries. So how do I get the opposite of this? This is my probability of success. How do I get my failure? Yeah, 1 minus, exactly. I should start asking more questions. Y'all actually reply. Yeah, no, actually, yeah, it is. That's the one. Yeah, it's the grubby one. I know I was going to have you go back again. Thanks. Bye. See ya. So, 3 decimals. Here we go. 0, 7, 8. Hit it? Okay, cool. There you go. So if there's 2 different numbers, if there's only the one number, I think you just divide it. So 2 numbers on geometric, formula. 1 number on geometric, just flip it. Watch, we're going to do another flipping one. See? 1 over 9, 3 decimals. There we go. Super easy. Cool? Okay. All right, good. I'm glad I'm recording this. Are y'all glad I'm recording this? Okay, good. Yeah. Because then you can put me on like 1 time speed, but then you can also do like 0.5 speed so that I'm very slow. Y'all ever do that on YouTube? Oh, okay, good. Good. I do 2 times speed all the time. Hey, we did it! Woo! Yeah. Confetti! I texted again! You can yell at me all the time. It's okay. Especially when you're on the video. That way I can't hear you. Yell all you want. But that's y'all. Y'all can yell at me. I'm just okay. Because y'all are talking today. It's okay. So, Poisson. If we go back to this classic, remember how there's binomial, but there's also Poisson. So that's what I would recommend every single time for this stuff. Poisson, right there. All right, so let's put it in. It says, on average, we get 11 calls during an 8-hour workday. What's the probability of more than 4 calls in a 2-hour portion? What? Right? Y'all remember how we have to convert them over and all that kind of weirdness? I want to do this by hand. So this one's a weird one, but let's try it. So I got 11 calls every 8 hours. Okay? 11 calls every 8 hours. And it says, what's the probability of more than 4 calls in a 2-hour time frame? So basically, we're going to multiply by the 2 hours, and hours cancel. And so what would that be? Wouldn't that be a 4 over 11 over 4 or something like that? Let me try it. We'll go right back. So here, 11 over 8 times the 2, 2.75. So that's 2.75, and this is my average. This is my mean. This is my average. That's the number that I'm going to putting into GeoGebra here in just a second. And so you're wondering, where's that 4 calls going? Well, that's the number I have to also put into GeoGebra, right? So I'm just trying to cancel things out so I can get calls. Now I can do calls and calls. Calls. And I can compare them. So here we go. Back to GeoGebra for a second. I got the 2.75. And again, it says more than 4. So I'm going to say more than 4? More than 4. What do I have right there? Isn't that 4 included? So I don't like that. I went more than 4. So what would I actually put? 5. That means 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever it is, right? More than 4, yeah. So there we go. It's 0.145, I guess. Let's check it out. I want to do a lot of these because, again, if you remember, it's like the birds, the trains, the pages. I think I can't remember. There's another question in there about this stuff. Calls. See, like, are you doing that? No. If you see this, that's a no. That's a no. You're doing GeoGebra, okay? For sure. Like, don't even waste your time with that. That's them being stupid. Okay. Trains. Yep, trains problem. Here we go. So just like the last time, I got 20 trains every 24 hours. This says 24 hours. 24 hours. And again, I think we're going to like cancel our hours. So blah, 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 trains in a 7-hour time frame. So I'm going to cancel out my 7 hours. So hours and hours cancel. Like, that's how I know that I'm doing it right, because I want to do trains of trains. So that's how I'm canceling it. So let's go and find that number. You can do a lot of this in GeoGebra just by itself, but I'm just being super cautious right now. 5.83. So I just put that into calculator. 5.83. And so again, this is trains. So now I got trains. I'm going to compare it with trains right there. At most 5 trains. Trains with trains. Here we go. So there's my average. What was it again? 5.3. 3. Close enough, right? And so it says at most 5. I think that's less than, isn't it? At most 5. Is that including 5? 5 is the most, so we're including it. So that's cool. We like it. So there we go. See how we're including 5 in our numbers there? 3 decimals. 4, 7, 3. Let's check it. Awesome. There we go. Cool. We got more of that. Oh, gross. I want to do another one if that's okay. And like, this is one of those sections where you probably, here we go, another brand new problem. You probably ought to do this one a couple more times just because it's a little bit weird and they always show you different things, right? So I'm going to like, look, every time trains, calls, emails, birds. There's always going to be something new. So like this was one of those that we actually need to probably sit down and try again. So 7 emails every 8 hours. And then I'm going to cancel that with the 5 hours. Very repetitive. But that's the thing. Once we practice this a couple of times, it's like, aha, I see it now. Are y'all understanding what I'm going with here? 10.625. Awesome. So I'm going to put that into GeoGebra, 10.625. Okay, awesome. And then it says how many? Exactly 12. We can actually just click on it. Or we can just look. You don't have to click. Just look right there. 12, right? If it's exactly, it's like literally that number. Or you could do like 12 to 12. That's another way to do it here. I don't really recommend it, but I mean, you can, right? 12 to 12. So there it is. 105. There we go. Cool. Awesome. Okay, I'm done. I'm not going to do any more, but you get the point. Like, we can keep going. Look, emails again. Eventually see the birds. Cool. Not X. Not X. Okay, cool. Distribution using technology. Is this, did we do this on the homework? Oh, right there. Look, it's Poisson again. They're just saying use technology. We've already been using technology, so I don't get it. But okay, let's do it. So initial estimates give an average of this much. Let's find the probability of 11 or more. I mean, this is like straight up. I think this is actually easier because they actually give us the number. So 7.8, it says 11 or more. There we go. 165. 165. Awesome. That one's easy. Yeah. So whenever they're not talking about birds, they're not talking about emails, they're not talking about all this stuff, they just say the average is this. Boom. We're good. Okay, awesome. Let's do another one. Oh man, this doesn't look any good. So calibrating so that we got 99% are filled within specs, 1% not. Every hour we got 12 random bottles. If 2 or more bottles. I think this is just too much blah blah. If you think about it, I think it's not too much that they're actually saying. I think it says every hour we got 12. What about the 2? I think 12. I'm going to check the 2. Oh. 2 or more, right? Is that 2 or more? Okay, cool. So notice that we got 999999999. I mean, I know it looks like very similar to this. I think that is okay. I don't know. What do they want here? Yes. If this is not within spec, then it shuts down. What's the probability that it'll be shut down? Oh. Okay. Think about it. It's the probability of being shut down. Is the probability of being shut down 90, 90, 90, 90, 99? Probably not. It's like the reverse of that, right? So they're saying if 2 or more, it's fine. But if you get like 0 or 1, then it's the opposite, I guess. I don't know. To me, that just sounds kind of weird. So maybe I did like less than that. I don't know. Something doesn't seem right to me. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? I'm going to just try this. I'm just going to try this number. So 3 decimals. Let's just try it. Nope. What did I do wrong? Within 1%, if 2 or more. I'll try 0. Oh. What did they do? See, where did they get this number? We got something a little different. 0 and 1. See, that's what I was thinking. So yeah, let me go back to what I was doing there. The 0 and the 1. Let me show you. 0 and the 1, right there, right up there. I don't know about all that. Find the probability of 2 or more successes. 1 minus, that's basically what we were saying. I don't know. Could it have been just the 1? No, that doesn't make any sense either. Because that's exactly it. I don't know. Let's just say that they're wrong. Let's just go with that, okay? And these are the kind of things that we're just figuring out together. And that's why I look over your exams and add extra points. That's why you have a human doing it. Yay! And if I don't add extra points, then you can come and yell at me, and it's okay. Say, hey, Chad, you didn't add points to this because you were going so fast, and you only had 150 exams to grade from the algebra folks, not us. You're right. I'm sorry. I was just going too fast. Let's try this again. What is that? I don't know. Do y'all know what it was? Oh, walk in plus hits. Walk hits plus. Okay, whatever. That's fine. So here we go. 1.315, and it says a total of 3 or more. So we're gonna do more, 3 or more, and that's this stuff. Can't be wrong every time, right? Oh, 3 decimals. Hit it. Okay, I didn't even really read it, but the point was that was my average. They said 3 or more, so I put it in, and there we go. That was a pretty straightforward one. At least one of them. Oh, here we go again. 3-point shot. I think the 3-point shots is kind of like throwing us off. It's not really a number. I think that's just kind of like a title. So we have this much, and then 14 attempts. So that's what I'm going to try, okay? 0.381. No, exactly 6. Look at this. I don't know. What do y'all think? Should I put 14? 14 attempts? Should I? Oh, you know what? I bet if I multiply, let me try this, and if it works, I'll explain. Okay. So exactly six of them. Hold on. Let me just see if this works. And this is why we're practicing. Like I'm sitting here thinking, like, well, I mean, what should work here? What if I did see this on the exam? Is this going to be it? Is that going to be? See, that didn't work. So don't listen to what I was doing. If it takes 14 attempts, what is the probability that it's exactly 1? Like that is the answer? 14 exactly 6. So the average one's like a whole number. And so that's what I'm thinking, like attempts, exactly 6, and all that kind of stuff. I wonder if they're trying to throw us off. Here. 6 divided by 14? Okay. I mean that might be doing it too. I don't know though, because then you would have to attempts over attempts, and then you don't have like an actual value, I guess you could say. Remember how we're canceling out all these things right here, but then I still have like an actual term, I guess you could say. So if I were to cancel it, then it would be like gone, right? Because attempts divided by attempts. Okay. I mean, I don't mind trying, but then do I keep the 6? We're gonna find out. Let's see what they say. 2, right? Okay. What do we got? Oh, did I do it wrong? Okay, 14. What was I supposed to put? 6 over 14. Oh, yeah, that didn't. Okay, let me try something else though. Okay, so I was saying the 14 and the 6, and that's not good either. What are you doing here? 6, 14, and this guy. Oh, look. Oh. There were 3 numbers in this. Look, so this is me getting it wrong as well. Look, we got a total, we got an x, and we have a probability. So pause on this. Yeah, it was binomial the whole time. So pause on this for a second. And that might have been what was going on with that other problem. In the end, what I've figured out just now while we were doing this is that the last question with all this could be anything. It could be the Poisson, it could be the binomial, that kind of thing. So even I am messing up right now, and that's okay because now I'm going to know when I go and take my tests that it could be not just Poisson at the very end. It could be something random. There, see, we got it. So that's why we're practicing. That's why we're going through this, so that I know too. You know. So the very last one could be anything. I have to like think about it for a second. Which one am I actually using? Let's do another one then. Okay, let's pause. Which one would make the most sense here. So I've got 14% needs a forward to call. Suppose he gets 40 calls a day. What's the probability of forwarding exactly 5 calls? You say binomial? Because I got a total, I got an x, and then I got a probability. Yep. So yeah, let's do binomial. Right. Because I have a total, I have a probability. That's probably what that other problem was, and I was just getting it wrong. And then it says exactly, did it say exactly 40? No. Exactly 5. So 5 is right there. I just like click that 5, live. There we go. Cool. So 1785. Oh, 3 decimals. They're gonna get me on that, won't they? There we go. I'm learning. Let's do some more. Okay, so we got 12%, 10 tickets, probability of exactly 3. Binomial. Again, we got a total number, we got a probability, and then I got exactly or less than or whatever kind of x value, okay? Well, no, because geometric has those as well, right? But then it wouldn't have a total amount. It would just be like how many pass or fails or how many calls it took or something like that. It wouldn't have the 3 numbers. It only have the 2 numbers. So that's a good point. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do like an organizational chart on this. Okay, let me real quick. It says exactly 3. So let me put just 3 and 3 real quick so I can get a number. Yeah, organizational chart. 0, 8, 5. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I'm gonna clear this thing. Let's let me do like a small mini formula thingy. Okay. So if we have 3 numbers, and again, this will be the n total. We have a p percentage, and then we have an x, which is like it will say exactly or more or less or something like that. You know what I mean? So they're gonna use here. S actually has less has two S's. Sorry about that. Okay, so like they'll have that kind of wording. So then this would be binomial for sure. This is a binomial for sure. Awesome. If it has only the probability, the percentage, and it has I guess just like a number. I don't know, like what's the probability of 5 calls or something like that. So X, and it'll probably say exactly, or may not even say anything to that. I don't think it'll say the word more or less. But anyways, if you just have the 2, so like 2 numbers, then that would be a geometric. And that's where we start like multiplying. So this one's just GeoGebra. That one's easy. Hold on. So this one's just GeoGebra. That's a G. GeoGebra. But this one you'd have to multiply. You'd have Q times Q times Q times Q dot dot dot, and then you times P at the end, the whole like 1 minus thingy. And then Poisson, which I just ran out of room. Erase. I have to have more room. Okay, so if I have again 2 numbers, or if I have like a whole bunch of those numbers, you know what I mean, like the trains, the emails, the birds, and all that kind of stuff. All that's going to be a Poisson. Another thing that can tell Poisson is if you have the word average. That word average is definitely a Poisson thing. And then again, we're going to go to GeoGebra for that. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, no percentage. Right. Yeah, 2 numbers, no percentage, that would be Poisson. 2 numbers with a percentage, geometric. I'm going to make a better chart. Is that okay? I know. So here we go. 3 numbers will be binomial, right? And then if you add 2 numbers, if you have a percentage, then it's geometric. If you have no percentage, then it's Poisson. Or again, if you have like the birds, the emails, all that whatever's. Yeah. I don't know. That's not perfect, but that's what I'm kind of just seeing a trend. Try it out. Like as you're going through the practice, see if that makes sense to you. If that works. If not, like alter it. Put a little bit different things on your note card. But this kind of thing is totally legit. Anything I write right here could be on a note card. That's not an actual. It's not an example. It's just a formula. It's like a reminder tool. So let's see here. See how right there that's a percentage in a way? This out of that? Because that's already kind of odd looking. I got a total, I got an exact. Which one's going to be? Binomial. It's basically 3 numbers. It's just that this one's here. It's kind of like together as to make one probability. So yeah, I'm going to go back to binomial. 20. I'm just going to put both of these in because you can do that. 1, 2, 6, 5, 1, 9 divided by 2, 8, 3, 1, 4, 4, 4, 3. There you go. I put the whole thing in there. It says exactly 8, so I'm going to do like 8 and 8, or you could just look right here. There we go. That's way easier. 1, 6, 4. Awesome. So, yeah, organizational chart. Got 100%. We did it. Yay! Start animation. Stop animation. Start. Stop. Start. Stop. Continue. Okay, cool. So, yeah, lots of that going on. What else we got? Oh, we're done with the 4. That's excellent. Okay. I'd like to keep cruising. We can always come back to others unless y'all want to keep going on 4. What's up? Yeah. There's an exam review specifically? Oh, bro. Y'all didn't tell me that? Oh, man. I was doing the quizzes because I thought that would be better. So, hey, look. This is way better. Y'all, you could have told me. It's okay, but we got a lot of good practice. Okay, so we went through all of that stuff. Well, we got time, and I don't mind. Can we let's just real quick cruise through this, right? Okay, so yeah, let's just see. Did we hit them all up in a way? Yes, we already saw that one. Is there a way to just like, oh, come on, get it wrong? Can I I want to see all the different. Oh, you know what? We can see all the separate ones down here. So here, look, it says find the mean of this thing. So there was only the one question there. We've already done this one, so we're good to go. Like there's no, like if I went through and did it enough, it would not give me anything new. This one, only the one question, so let's see what it is. Yeah, so that's the basic binomial, right? Okay, so we did that already. We're good there. Next time, tell me. So geometric is 2, right? So this one, let's go and check it. Oh, we already did this one. Remember that? How we flipped it? Here, let's flip it. Wow, man, I feel really dumb. But that's okay. I mean, yeah, in-depth review. That's what I was doing. Yeah. Oh, there it is. I'm giving you everything, bro. Even stuff you don't need to know. And we did this one too. So then it takes 3 flips. First off, I need to see what's the probability of failing. And so I'm going to do failing, sorry, 6, 5, 8, failing, 6, 5, 8. And then finally on the third one, I succeed. So it looks like that. Third one. 1, 4, 8. Hit it. Great. So yeah, these are just the 2 basic ones. We already did these. I'm just making sure we're good. Yeah, same thing. Okay, back to what we're doing. Poisson. Only the 1. Okay. There's your birds. Let's do some birds. We haven't seen the birds yet. Love me some birds, man. They're such unique creatures. So average of 15 birds over 2 hours. And then it's talking about minutes. See how we're like not doing right if I keep it minute or keep it hours? So like if I wanted to convert that right now into minutes, what would that be? 120 minutes. because what I'm wanting is to cancel with my minutes. I have to cancel them. And that's why I write this out every time, so that I can just do that. I can make sure that I'm actually using the correct numbers. Okay, so I just wanted to convert that. Decimals time 15 over 120 times the 45. So that's my average. I'm going to write that down. 5.625. Super in depth. It was because y'all weren't talking. That's right. Y'all were doing the whole not talking challenge, right? Isn't that it? The not talking challenge. And I got messed up. So at most 5 birds. At most. So like that means that's the most. We don't want any more than 5 birds. 6 birds is too much, right? 5 is the most, and so I got that much. And there we go. 508 rounded. There we go. So we had the bird problem now. Been talking about it. Ew. Birds again. We're already 50% done. Moving on. We already saw the birds. Okay, actually, yeah, that question's not on the exam review. The one that was like freaking out about, like, gotta pick which one, blah blah blah. Apparently, it's not there. So that's nice. I was going too in depth, but I mean, still, whatever we were talking about applies. It's just maybe I don't have to worry as much. All right, I'm going to continue on with the exam review now, not the quizzes, okay? Because we were doing too much. We were doing too much. But if you want more practice, honestly, that is a good place to go, okay? Because the practice, I mean, they got all that good stuff here, or you can just keep doing what you're doing here. One question. Here we go. So, in a way, think about this for a second. Some of these questions are kind of like milestones. They're kind of like, do you know what a milestone is? It's like a thing that at a mile, like 1 mile. You've reached 1 mile. So that means like, hey, I've reached a point. When I see this kind of question, I've reached a point where I'm transitioning to a new section. This is different. I'm not doing the binomials, the Poissons anymore. I'm doing something different. And so this is like my, now I know, change focus, switch focus to this kind of thing. So the larger mean, which one, A or B? B, because it's more on the right side. And you can write that down. When it says larger mean, that means more right, on the right side. Smaller mean means left side. So right side, left side. Yeah? Larger mean, right side. Smaller mean, left side. That's what they're meaning by that. So yeah, B, because it's a little bit more on the right side. So then standard deviation, though. What? Say it again. A, because it has more spread, right? Standard deviation means spread. It's more spread out. I think like a sand pile, you know what I mean? It's all like bunched up here, and then like the water comes and washes it out a little bit, so it's more spread out again. So A has more spread. So that's what we're looking for with this guy, spread. And this is, again, left and right. Cool? That's all it is. So write those things down on the note card. That's important stuff. Then you don't really have to think about it. You just look at it and say, oh, spread. Yeah, no problem. Okay? What about their means? They're equal because they're like really on top of one another, right? It's not left or right, right? Because again, that's left and right, so equal. But then which one has more spread? A has more spread. Yep. Cool. Awesome. So that's a good one. We done? Okay, cool. So that one's not too bad. Like that one. This one has 2 questions. Okay. Oh, yeah. Bags of raisins or bags of baby carrots and all that kind of stuff. So we got a mean of this, standard deviation that, bags in the upper this or lower that are too much, blah, blah, blah. What are you going to use? And so what I'm going to do is go here to the normal distribution. Again, you just saw bell curves. Isn't that what this is, right? So you just saw bell curves. We should be talking bell curves at this point. Normal distribution. We're like sitting in this zone here. And they have the mean and standard deviation. I just pop it in. It's no problem. So you can choose. It says bags in the lower 5% do not meet this. in the upper this. So yeah, lower 5%. Let's do that. So I'm going to put the lower, and I'm going to put 5% over here, right? And does that look like the lower 5% technically, like on a picture level, right? And so then this should be my answer for the lower amount, 156.9, rounded to nearest integer. Okay, awesome. And then for the upper, they said the upper 4.5. So notice how I shifted it over, right? I have to do it in like decimal form. And does that look like the upper 4.5? Round and good to go. Cool. So once you hit bell curves, now we're in the normal distribution. Now we're in the bell curvy stuff. Awesome. Same thing here. Mean, standard deviation, no problems. Between this and that, when it says between, it got two numbers. Here we go. Just put them both in. Four decimals. And like I'll be checking for the whole decimal thingy. If you put in like 4 decimals, then they want 3. If you put in 2 decimals, they want 4. I don't really care. If you got it, I'll definitely go back and add points. Now you should still try to care because your grade will not look good. Like, oh man, I got a 70. I really hope he adds more points. You know what I mean? Rather than, oh, I got like a 90, and I bet it'll add more points. So it's like, it's more of a feeling thing. If you can still do what they are saying to do it. But I've got your back. Definitely on that stuff. That's not a big deal. And then again, if not, you just yell at me, so it's okay. I am perfectly fine with you coming up and saying, Chad, you didn't add enough points. And I'm like, okay, well, let's go check it out. Because I definitely want to maximize your points. I mean, that's the point here, right? I want you to, I'm not going to just pass you, but I mean, I am going to try really hard to do whatever I can to get you to pass, whatever it is. And yes, I'm being recorded saying that, okay? I care about my students. The end. Boss. So, no, I'm just playing. I love my boss. She's great. But I'm just making, okay. Top 10%. Again, everything's just copy paste. Top 10%. Does that look like top 10%? Cool. Awesome. Put it in. Here we go. 9? Do you have that key for me? Yes. Oh, thank you so much. Is everything good out there? Cool. Thank you. Bye. I'm going to put my key on. Is that okay? You're right. Any questions on this? Are we good? Nope, just dropped my keys. Dang. Yeah. I shouldn't be recorded saying that I gave my keys out, because I don't think that's policy. And this is so going live on YouTube. Okay. Well, So we got a mean, we got a standard deviation that says more than 50. Here we go. I mean, it's like copy paste. I don't really see anything new here. If y'all have questions, let me know. But I'm not really worried. So 4 decimals, 1151. Cool. Good. Copy paste every time. No problem. Bell curve. We did it. You did it. Start, stop, start, stop, start, stop. Continue. All right. Oh my gosh, there's a table. Do we use it? No. I mean, if you want to, that's fine. I'm going to reset. And the reason why I'm resetting is because when we start this up fresh, we have the 0, 1. That's the standard normal z-score stuff. You know what I mean? And that's what they're looking for here. We can bypass the table if. And so it says left of this. So I went left. I'm going to put that in, negative 1.13. So there's my negative 1.13, and I'm on the left side of it. I'm guessing 4 decimals. There we go. Like, that's rock and roll, easy peasy. But we have to go back. That's the thing. You're already typing it in. You're doing other things. You have to go back and reset it to 0, 1 when doing the z-score stuff. There it is again. bypass the table. So find the area on the right side of this much. Right side, this much. The problem with this one, if you're noticing, it looks like a probability, doesn't it? It looks like a probability that they're talking about. That is not the case. Be careful, okay? They're not actually saying it's 3%. They're saying literally the position 0.03. Okay, so watch out with that. If they have a table, if they have a Z thing, reset GeoGebra, type it in, and there you go. Unless you like tables, then you can do that. Man, they are laughing down there. I don't know what's going on. They're laughing without us. Don't you want to go join them? Okay. All right. Mean, standard deviation, greater than this. No questions here. I'm not worried. Are you worried? I'm not worried. Not worried. Greater than 24. Huh? Go on. Say it. Oh, 2 decimals. Oh, you're right. 2 decimals is 0, 0, right? I have to switch it, don't I? Look, it says percentage. So what I actually had is this guy. I have to shift it over by 2 because they have a percentage symbol there. Very weird. It doesn't happen often. Oh, look, that's off, but it still worked. Yeah, GeoGebra. And that's fine. The main thing is that they have this percentage symbol, and they're wanting to shift this decimal 2 places, like to begin with. Like that's what they're wanting, and then we can kind of reevaluate what's going on. Isn't that weird? It's weird, but like, let's just say that you put in 0013 or something like that, or just put 13 or something like that. I know you're right, obviously. And if you write it down in your paper, then I mean we can always verify this thing, right? And like, what would you do? What would you write this down? Because there's not much to write down. You're just popping it in here. I mean, you would maybe have to write like something like this just to verify, like this is what I did, and then you can like verify with me, like poof, saying, "Hey, Chad, this is what I did." I got to say though, I had one time a student who actually wrote down the entire question every single time, and they did not get past like half of the questions, and they were all wrong anyway. So I mean, that's not good. Don't write down this. I see this. You tell me what you did. Does that make sense? And you can even draw pictures. That would be super excellent. If you can like draw a picture of what you see. Like I typed these things in and I got a bell curve and it's like right over here. You see the tiny little area over there? So like it's showing me that you did something, and I can say, ah, you're right. It was off by this much. We can talk about it. Cool. Like I want you to like I want you to pass. So in case it's weird, we can talk about it and figure something out. You know. Greater than this much, 229. I mean, oh well. I think it should like actually show like a more shaded region. Oh well, whatever. Yeah, it should show like the shaded region, but it's just glitching out. So I want to be able to put in the 0.0228, right? But that's not really what I'm going to put. What do I put? 2.28, right? Like that? Because I had to shift it over by 2 decimals. What? Nah, bro. You can't be doing me like that. What did I put wrong? Oh, that's what's going on here. That's why I was off by a little bit. Watch it gonna be like 2.5 or something. Ah, okay. Yeah. Let me try 2.5 just because I think it's funny. And yeah, there it is. So, um, hold on. Mute. Is there a mute button? Okay, so yeah, we had a nice discussion. So No, we did it! Yay! So yeah, I'm not perfect. That's the main thing I want to say. I'm not perfect. We get by it together. Okay, how many do we got here? 2. Let's do it. Oh man, tables. Oh, I remember these guys. So the one thing that I remember about this is that I always got it wrong, and mainly because of this bar X thing, this X bar stuff. Let's figure out how to do this together, okay? Because I can't remember, but it's been a while. That's why we're practicing. Okay, so standard deviation, average, bottom 33%, popping it in. I mean, that's exactly what I want to do. I just want to pop it in and see what happens. So here we go. 3.36. Oops. And then 1.2, and they say the bottom 33%. Awesome. And so, what doing, right? What are we doing here? I think we're doing wrong. Did I use all my numbers? What's the one thing I didn't use yet? The 32. So I need to use all my numbers somehow. I think that is that divide by the square root of n thing. Remember, I always got these things wrong, so I'm like trying to figure it out why I got it wrong. I'll prove it to you. So no, I don't want to prove it because I need the second attempt just in case. So what I need to do is actually divide by the square root of the 32. That's what I'm guessing that I need to do, and it changes my answer. Oh, I need to do the bottom 33 again. There we go. So that's my guess. That's what I'm thinking that I need to do. So let's go and see what I need to do to put it down here. This answer, this guy, is 3.27. That's what I need. Now, I don't know how to do the other ones. What I need to do is some math on the side. Are y'all okay so far with saying, I have an extra number? I probably need to do something with that. And that's that divide by n thing that we did a long time ago. So here, let's try now this thing. If I do that number itself, if I do the 1.2 divided by the square root of 32, that's going to be that new standard deviation. That's what I was putting in there, right? And I can go back to GeoGebra and put that in, but this is the number that they're going to want here. 2-1, just 2-1. They only want the 2 decimals. Okay. And then I still need a z-score. So let's try that. What I'm going to do is reset it. Every time I do z-score, I need to reset the whole thing. So reset, back to this thing, normal, 0, 1, all that kind of stuff. And they say bottom 33%. Bottom 33%. And I think that's going to be my z-score. So let's test this out. Let's see if this worked. And if so, then I can recap and we're going to do it again. Yep. Okay, cool. So, and I did it all out of order. So let's start over fresh. I want my z-score. I go back to my 0, 1. It said bottom 33%, so I put it in. That was easy. Okay, so that was z-score. For the standard deviation, they want that number. And again, to find it, I mean, I just go to a calculator and I'm going to divide it. I need to take my old standard deviation divided by the n. And that's basically what's going on here. Does it do sigma? Oh, it doesn't do sigma. S over square root of n, something like that. Right? That's like my formula. And then so I pop that in. And then the mean is the actual big one that I actually had to do for real. So I went back and I put that new number in here. So again, let me just recap and do that again. I got the 3.36. Standard deviation of the 0.21. You can use that number that you just had. And again, you're looking for the bottom 33%. And that's how I got my last answer. So let's do another one. Is that okay? Brand new. Okay. So notice 4 numbers. What's the 4 numbers? Okay, so here we go. I got my mean, standard deviation. I have a sample size. That's the new thing. That's the thing I need to watch out for. If you have a sample size, you're like, I need to divide by square root n. And they're wanting, what the? That's okay. We'll figure that out. So it said at least 28%. At least 28%. What was that meaning? Like, are we going on the left side or the right side there? On the right side, it's the least. It's the smallest. 28 is the smallest. So 29, 30, 31, 32, those are all good numbers, right? So that's what they're trying to say there. So left tail, right tail, two tail. Oh, it's right tail. So on the right side. And you know what's kind of funny? Look, using our chapter 9 experiences, look at all the little symbols. And which way is it pointed? To the right. Every single one of them. So that's a little cheat. We're cheating. I'll admit it. Anyways, yeah, so that's fine. Now, which one of these is going to be the answer? Let's go back and actually put it all in. Okay. So we have a mean. Oh wow, we're like getting near the end here. That's okay. We're gonna keep doing this next time. Are y'all okay with doing it next time as well? And so I put my new standard deviation in by dividing by the square root of the 28. Oops. What, Chad? That's not the right button. Okay, there we go. And it says at least 28. So again, the right side, 28 is the least. We go from there. There's my probability. Do we have one of those up there? 0.05? Ooh. Oh. Why did I put 28 here? You see that? What should I be putting here instead? I should be putting the 35, right? Whoops. See? Those little things like that. And so I was looking, I didn't find it. Okay, there we go. 3%. Do we got it? Yay. So lots of practice. Lots of practice on this. Okay. It says more than this much. So am I going to go on the right side of that or left side? Yeah, on the right side, more than, greater than, right side. Again, look at all my guys right here. They're all pointed to the right. That's kind of nice. Nice little cheat there, right side. There you go. Okay, let's put it in now. Here we go. Mean, 3.7. Standard deviation, 0.9. 0.9 divided by square root of 31. And then they said more than 3.9. Do we have one of those answers? Got something close. Cool. We got more. Let's just do this one and we'll probably be done for the day. So we got this much average standard deviation. It says the top 15%. Oh, and there we go. Right? If we have an additional number, if we have a sample size of some kind, we have to divide by the square root of that. So here we go. 2,000, my average. 400 divided by the square root of 50. It says top 15. So 15%. Well, I mean, could you imagine it being shaded 15%? It's just GeoGebra was glitching up a little bit, but you know what I mean. It's all that shaded over there. And so, okay. So hey, while you're taking your test, it might be a good idea to just kind of look at what the question is asking, right? I mean, it's good. I think we did a good thing. But I jump to the answer when I need to like slow it down a tiny bit. You know what I mean? I'm like so excited. Yeah, let's do it. Woo! But then I need to just like cool it. Okay, so that one's not too bad. Let's go back and do the z-score. So how do I do that? I refresh. I start over. Brand new. 0, 1. That's how we get z's. And they're asking for top 15%. Top 15%. Does that look like the top 15%? Yes. I always want to double check my picture. That's my z-score. 4. 2 decimals. And then finally, the new standard deviation. Again, the same formula. We just did this a couple times. Let's do it again. 400 divided by square root of 50. Awesome. So that's just a formula. Popping that in. 5, 7. Awesome. Cool. It's a lot. Yay, we did it. Cool. Let's see where we are. I want to just look real quick. So we are in the middle of 7. But that's okay. We're about halfway, I guess. Are we good? Because like we're running out of time. We're good here. So we're gonna keep doing it next time. I recommend just practicing, going through this again and again and again, and just seeing, because these are the questions that are on there. These are supposed to be the questions. That's what I've been guaranteed. Thank you guys.